Let's do this.
Hey, we're recording.
Here we go. How you doing, everybody? This is Dennis Michelson. Welcome to the Matchup Lab here on the Sports Affiliation, joined as I am each and every week by the fantasy professor. He's a real professor. It's John Bush. And John, we have some very interesting games as we enter week 10.
And let's go ahead and see what Vegas is saying. Folks, we usually take the top scoring games, a couple of them, and the bottom ones. A lot of times some interesting decisions are focused on those extremes. So don't get crazy this week. Watch your injuries. Monday night, make sure you got players and Sunday night, make sure you're not holding the bag. And if you're out of the playoffs and there's no way, please keep going. Okay. Get your diary, get going. Spoil somebody else's good times. Be the Krampus of Christmas. Okay. Take their presents away. So do that.
And each game that you have to field a team for,
Yeah.
even if it's in a bad situation, win-loss record in your league,
Yeah.
it's a chance to learn. It's a
Yeah.
chance to understand more about different players. And sometimes what you will learn on one of your bad teams will pay off on one of your good teams later in the season.
And make sure you go to Science of Fantasy Football. We have extra data over there. We are sharing this matchup lab with our friends at the Sports Affiliation. Make sure you like and subscribe to their YouTube. But anyway, a lot of our secret data is over there. Feel free to go. Definitely have the touch report we talked about in our podcast. Should help you in some of your decisions. But anyway, Dennis, let's move on to the squirrel and husky, and you could explain what that means.
Well, the squirrels are those annoying low-scoring games where you really don't want to have a lot of your fantasy football lineup made up with these guys. And on the other side, it's those big, beautiful huskies.
Fluffy.
And yes, the fluffy.
game.
And I have a very fluffy, happy husky, and she plays fantasy football too, folks. She's got a nice winning team again this year, but she loves those high scoring games, and she likes the fact that we named the high scoring games after her. Yeah. She does think, though, that we should have named the low scoring games the Rajas after her pet cat, who she finds more annoying than the squirrels, but we stuck with squirrels because our podcast cat is usually right up here on the desk enjoying the podcast each and every week, and we don't want to insult the Queen Raja. So our squirrel games, these are the tough, stringy meat you don't want to be eaten. And we've got the stringiest of the squirrels, the Jets in Cleveland, at just 36.5 points. Ugh.
Yeah, and we're assuming that the Super Squirrel was Thursday night, Dennis.
So, yeah.
So this may be a little bit, squirrely,
even though that game was 43, folks,
yeah,
on the Science of Fantasy Football, I said I wouldn't be surprised if this game doesn't get out of the 20s.
We were pretty down on it. Yeah,
we were so down. That was the most down I think I've been about a game.
Well, we were hard to be enthusiastic about anything.
Yeah, no.
So
and
Jets
I think
20,
Jets we're going to feel the same on this one. Yeah,
20-16, 2 points, 36. Cleveland actually, if you just look at what they've got to deal with, you have an opportunity for Cleveland to do what they want with the rushing and passing, believe it or not. Definitely lots of field goal potential with the Cleveland kicker, and both defenses are very streamable, and I have been playing both of those, Dennis.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Carolina and New Orleans is the other tandem that I've been streaming some defenses this week. But
yep.
Cleveland and the Jets are viable. Jets, on the other hand, it's lean pickings for Brees Hall. Extra
Mm.
tough.
Ah,
And just be, I know you're not going to set him, but you need to figure out a way to get some more points elsewhere. Play a few Husky flexes or something. You're going to be down more points than usually Brees Hall gives you. I think it would be
yeah.
amazing if he's able to bring home the bacon, which would be great. I have some Brees Hall, but I'm pessimistic here. Uh, Looks like a lot of field goals, Dennis. If you ask me who the bet, if I'm doing an in-game parlay, it's a couple field goals each of the kickers, Dennis. I don't know if that'll pay you anything, but there you go. It's a tough situations for the Jets. I don't know who the quarterback is. Not sure the coaches know or the players. Who knows? Who knows what? 52 Jets in efficiency, 26 Cleveland. Cleveland, their offense is, this is not defense, this is offense. Suck, suck, suck. Jets love away, Dennis, and they are home. Look at that craziness here.
Wow.
Cleveland loves home and they're away. So you've got a 79%, so 21% less efficient at home, the Jets, and Cleveland is 40% less efficient.
Oof.
At home, it's all about the pass, which may be, if Garrett Wilson comes back, there's an opportunity to collect some nuggets there. Cleveland, in a way, they have to pass. And I'm not sure that's how they're going to beat this. They're going to have to beat that extra tough DAP if they want to beat the Jets. Unless Tyrod Taylor, if he's the quarterback, just completely explodes. And then Cleveland, their defenses get a couple pick six, and that can be enough, Dennis. 14 points could be enough for Cleveland to whip the Jets if they can bottle up Brees Hall.
Well, Fields will be back at quarterback
Oh, is he?
for the
Okay, they've
Jets
announced
again
that.
this week. He's done well.
Okay.
So I'm assuming he'll get the start. I haven't seen any injury designation that would make me think otherwise.
Yeah, but it's
Quinton
the Jets,
Judkins,
Dennis.
it is the Jets.
Yeah.
Anything's possible. It is the Jets. Judkins is back for Cleveland, and that could be the difference in this
See,
one.
and that's what I'm thinking. They have a above average now.
Yeah, so I'm going to lean into that, but I'll tell you, this is going to be a squirrel
It
game.
could be the last field goal wins, Dennis.
Yeah, I think it could be close. And here's the thing, there could be some rain for this game as
I
well. I don't
love it.
think there's
Maybe a
going to be
little wind.
yeah, not going to be a ton of wind, but enough rain that might cause problems with this one. It's not a slam dunk that it's going to rain, but it's here we are recording on Friday. I think the chances are better than 70% that we'll see rain during the game time. Like the window between an hour before the game and an hour after the game, I'd put the chances of about a 70% chance in that 5 hour window to get some rain. I don't think it's going to be that heavy, but just enough to annoy an already
I'm
low
already
scoring game.
annoyed just talking about it.
And I'm just taking Cleveland. Judkins, you're starting him. You're starting Brees Hall if you don't have other options that are better. I mean, they got to be substantially
Like
better.
CMC, if Cook
Yeah,
plays, okay.
and I might even play Ray Davis over Brees Hall in this one. If Cook is out, I
Yeah.
might sub in Ray Davis. There will be some teams this week where I do not play Brees Hall. Just like there'll be some teams this week where I don't play Alvin Kamara. They're the kind of guy that it'll be a team by team basis. It's not this guy's gonna suck. You got to fade him. No, he's still gonna get enough volume. He's still gonna get maybe 3 or 4 receptions. And what we need to research more of in the offseason is does a pass catching running back, does that mute the extra tough matchup a little bit for the running backs?
Yep.
We got to break that down because it might even be different from team to team and defense to defense. But Judkins being back, I like Cleveland. I like the under. The other squirrel, Jacksonville and Houston, two teams that are just beat up with
There's
injuries.
Jacksonville and Houston. So they're both below league average this week, week
Yeah,
10, but Houston has the advantage in power ranking over Jacksonville. So going in, it looks like that. And what was it, game 5? Let's see. Here's this
I
game
think
5.
these are going to be ugly matchups.
So Jacksonville is favored over Houston 1.5 point, I think because of Davis Mills. If
Yeah,
Stroud would have been playing, I think it would have been flipped. So that's
yes,
how close this was,
I
folks.
agree. I agree
Yeah,
with you.
so Houston playing at home, they Mills should be able to pass to uh, Dalton Schultz, my man, extra easy. So I'm hoping there's your one of your props here, and your parlay is a Schultz a touchdown here. I wouldn't stream the defenses. Be cautious of the kickers. Fairbairn may be out, Dennis. They
Yeah,
I don't know. Have you heard anything latest?
I haven't seen an update yet on him,
But
but
I moved
it
off him.
is it my when we play an FPC, it's a closed waiver situation, so you
If I
don't
have
get
a
a chance.
questionable kicker, I
Yep,
move off of him.
Fairburn now out for
Okay,
this week.
so
So
we did right. I'm glad I caught
yeah,
you on that. But
got off of all my Fairbairn here in the last few weeks.
yeah, me too. So looks like the Houston Mills, if he can put it together, I think Jackson defense is going to look at the game strip films on Mills. I don't know if it's as good as this might think. I think Vegas is concerned as well. Jacksonville, on the other hand, look at the DAPS, Dennis. ETN is the only bright spot here. And I think Jacksonville, they're going to use ETN a lot. So if you've got him, I think you're in line for some, above average points, maybe 12, 15, something like that. Could be a nice little week there. Houston is 25% efficient, Jacksonville 34. So they're all kind of bleh. Houston, 13% less efficient at home. They love away, Dennis. How? I don't get that. Anyway, at home, it's all about the rush and it's
Yeah.
10% less passing. And that's kind of, I think it can do that. There's nothing dramatically going to stop that tendency. Woody Marks could save us. I don't know if he will, but I have so much of him. I just don't know if I can set every share. I'll probably play some shares. Jacksonville, definitely ETN for me. Brian Thomas is out. I think it's a little early for Myers. Jacksonville playing away, Dennis. They they're uh, less efficient, 93%, but that's better than Houston playing at home. So in a way, it's 16 and 11%. So Jacksonville is more active in passing and running. And I think that just having that tendency, I think they're going to try to pass. I just don't know who they're going to pass it to. I think it's ETN for sure. I don't know who the pass catching running back is. They may get some action as well off this script.
Yeah, that's a ugly game script. I'm going to take Houston at home,
Tootin,
but basically it's their defense. It's not,
Parker
it's
Washington.
nothing.
Okay.
Yeah. Parker Washington is the guy that will probably step up, but I'm not even sure I would be all that excited about him. I'm not excited about Nico Collins this week. We like the DAPS, so Dalton Schultz will get his. I think Marks and Chubb will just split. So
And I got them at 30. I mean, folks, out of 100. So just
if
Play them if you need them. Emergency, break the glass and
yeah, and
take mark.
you're hoping to get in the end zone. That's
Yeah,
the only saving
yeah,
grace there.
yeah.
I like the under on this one, and I'll take Houston. But boy, I wouldn't bet a buck on it either because that's going to be an ugly game. Enough of the ugly games. Let's go to the big scoring games, and we've got three juicy ones to talk about. But let's talk about the Rams and San Francisco, a traditional matchup.
Okay, so San Francisco, where are you at here? Frisco, right there. And the Rams are
Couple steps
below.
down.
Yeah, so they're about the same. So
Yeah.
nothing there. See, what game is this? This is 12. 12. So that's 14 right here. 28-21 Rams over Frisco, 3.5 points. So Rams are a away favorite. Interesting. 49, 50 points. Rams, rushing's fine. Kerwin Williams, Stafford should be able to pass to, and Nakua's back, right? We think
Yep.
so.
Yep. He is off
So
the
I
injury
think he'll
report.
collect. I would play the defenses, be cautious of the kickers, but it looks like Rams can do whatever they want running and passing. Frisco, on the other hand, it's going to be the passing. CMC passing is how the San Francisco surprises the Rams. If CMC can't catch and make points and whatnot, then I think the Rams. But I'm just not sure that Frisco. It wouldn't surprise me. It's the last team standing, so I'm not. I'm not so down on Frisco at all here. Frisco does better away, Dennis, than at home, and they're pretty balanced at home. Rams, they love away, Dennis. 32%
Wow.
more efficient,
Wow.
but they don't pass a lot, 18% less, and basically they rush. So they like to rush and dominate and pass when they need to. And I don't think anything's going to stop them from passing. So I think they're going to exceed their usual trends here. If you think about the efficiency, the past with the home away splits, it looks like Frisco's going to be behind the eight ball trying to catch up, even with CMC. I think if Kittle could, if he can have a 2 touchdown game, CMC can get into it. The Rams could lose. So they're going, the San Francisco, I think, is going to have one of their better games of the year to beat the Rams, which could be.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a close game. The Rams, I think, have the edge because they are a little bit healthier coming into this game. San Francisco, another missed game by Brock Purdy. Mac Jones has been okay, though. He hasn't hurt you, but he hasn't had much in the way of consistent health from his wide receivers all season long. So that continues to be the issue going into this week. Pearsall will miss. So I think you're right. CMC has to come up with a big game.
And
And it's
Kittle needs to at least get a touchdown.
Kittle's got to do something to keep this game close. I think we're going to see the under. I think both of these defenses are a little bit better than we're giving them credit for. And both of the offenses, while they can put up points at times, I don't know if they are going to be more than about a mid-20s type of deal. So I like the under slightly, and I like the Rams. Let's go to the juiciest of the games, but one that is also one of the more lopsided games
Yeah.
of the week. Let's look at Buffalo and Miami.
Buffalo and Miami. Let's see. Buffalo, where are you? Right there. And Miami is way down there. So
Yeah.
is that any wonder the power rankings are mimicking the spread there? And that is 9. Okay, so Dennis. Right here. 34-15, 10 points basically. 50. Again, anytime I see this, my first thought is Does Buffalo really need 34 to beat Miami? I just, that's why I don't play over unders much, folks. So, don't listen to me. I'm always scared of the over under. Uh, but Buffalo looks like they should win. Buffalo against Miami, definitely the defense, the kicker, it's all good. Play them. Looks like play them all as far as we need Cook to play, Dennis. But if not, Ray Davis surprisingly could have a nice game. This could be a surprise. I know people are saying Ty Jones. We had that debate in our pre-show of our other podcast. I agree with you. I've got a bunch of I got more Ray Davis than I do Cook, and I will be moving those in slots for sure. But right now, waiting to see. Is it a game time call? Have we heard anything?
Yeah,
This,
it's gonna probably be a game time call. We're pretty late in the game, but he still hasn't practiced as of Friday, so that's not a good sign,
yeah, that's
folks.
not. And
And but
yeah,
but
okay.
it is getting that time of the year where, maybe they're just taking it easy
Yeah, it could
on
be.
him.
Yeah, yeah. Miami looks like they're passing and quarterback is tough against Tua. The tight end may not be the week to play. Dulcich back from his pretty good game last week, but there's an above average. And A Shane looks like the way Miami can keep up. And if they can bottle him, Dennis, but see, they have Waddle and that, so those are two bright spots. I don't know. I don't know if 15 with A Shane and I don't know. I'm not sure I'm buying the Vegas numbers here at all. But anyway, Miami is at home. It's pretty balanced. There's nothing really going on. They are declining the last 3 weeks versus the early part of the season. That is a worry. Buffalo away, they tend to run past 21% less. I don't know who you're picking, Shakir, Coleman, or I forgot the third one, but it's been hard to pick the pass catcher with Buffalo. So this would say it's a Kincaid game personally. So I would be cautious which one of those wide receivers. I mean, Coleman, Shakir, I think it's, yeah, I don't know how this, Ty Johnson, if Cook doesn't play and it's Ray Davis, I think Ty Johnson might get some pass work. So they could be a lot of activity going there, Dennis. I don't think he's a bad emergency play. I mean, I like Ray Davis better, but he could get a end zone pass catch there.
Yeah, so here's the thing with when James Cook has been healthy, he has been in that 17 to 25 touch range most weeks.
Right.
Okay. And a couple of weeks, even higher than that, and very seldom lower than 17.
Right.
And Ty Johnson has been getting 3 to 5
Right.
touches. If Ray Davis plays instead of James Cook, say Cook's out for the entire game, does not even start, I think we're looking at about 13 to 18 touches for Ray Davis, and we're probably talking 5 to 12 for Ty Johnson. And again, some of that'll be game script based. Do they run the ball very well? Do they get behind the chains? Do they have to throw? If they have to throw, then Ty Johnson's going to get more opportunities. Buffalo doesn't throw a lot to their running backs, no matter who's out there. So you're not talking a lot of passes to the running backs anyway. I do like Ray Davis as a play. I agree. Ty Johnson's the break glass under emergency play. I like doing the break glass play emergency play better than trying to guess a wide receiver for Buffalo. If I had to play one, it's Shakir. Coleman's been so inconsistent, and Palmer's been in and out of the lineup and not very effective when he's out
I
there.
got
So,
Shakir, Coleman, Moore, and Sam. I don't even have the other guy that you
Yeah,
mentioned.
Palmer's been missing the last couple of games, so
So
he may
Dennis,
miss
that's what I
again.
see. I would play
Yeah,
Shakir.
I
Kincaid, though, 80, I think, I didn't even put Ray Davis because I thought that Cook would play. So I would adjust those rankings accordingly. They would be a lot closer if Ray Davis but
I
I would not play Ty Johnson over Ray Davis if I had both.
no, I agree with that. I think Ray Davis is about a 68 on that scale, and Ty Johnson moves up to the low teens without Cook in the lineup. So play Shakir if you have to, but Dalton Kincaid, I agree. I would lead into that. I think Buffalo will win. I don't think they're going to cover the 9.5,
That's
and I
a,
think
yeah.
that's a big number, especially on the road at Miami, where it's going to be nice and hot and humid compared to what Buffalo has been used to practicing in. And that tends to wear a team down. So I think Miami could surprise, could get some offense going with Waddle and with A. Shane. And Buffalo might have a hard time slowing down A. Shane. He's the kind of running back that their defense doesn't do as well on. Boy,
Yeah.
it's going to be close. I wouldn't bet this over under, but I think it'll just be a little bit under. And I think Buffalo will win, but not by 9.5. So head on over to the science of fantasyfootball.com. The professor has some great data waiting for you over there. Check out our sister podcast, The Science of Fantasy Football, while you're there. And then come on back here next week for another edition of the Matchup Lab.
Get to work, folks.